Se ve que fue una noche difícil. Looks like you had a rough night.
You got that right. Man, these 11-hour nights are killing me, man.
I know what you mean. Hey, let me ask you something. Have you ever had a bank account?
Are you kidding? Banks are for rich people, man. Besides, I don't trust them.
Neither do I, but they told me that I have to have a bank account.
Why?
Because yesterday when they paid us, they told us that from now on, they're going to put our money right into the bank instead of giving us a check.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that, man.
Neither do I. All I can think about is what happened back home when the government took over the banks. They wouldn't give people their money.
A lot of people lost everything they had.
And another thing, they told us that from now on we have to pay for insurance in case we get sick or die. What a waste of money.
Yeah, man. My company puts money for me in a retirement account, but I always take it out and send it to my wife. I got enough to think about without worrying about getting old. Who knows? The way I'm working, I may never get old.
Things are always so complicated here. I wish they would just pay me for my work, and then I wouldn't have to worry about any of these other things.
You could just get another job.
I know, I've been thinking about that. But I like this one. I have friends there. I don't like this idea of having to start all over with a bunch of strangers.
Yeah, I know. Well, I wish I could help you, man, but I'm beat. I need to get some sleep.
Okay.
I'll see you later. What are you doing home so early?
I came to get my money. I opened an account.
This morning you were talking about quitting so you don't have to do that. What happened?
I know, but I went to the bank to cash my check, and I ran into this guy I know from Honduras, and he was putting his money in the bank. So I asked if he ever worried about losing it.
What did he say?
He said that in this country, banks don't lose people's money. They have some kind of insurance that makes everyone's money safe.
How do they do that?
I don't know, but he's a smart man. He has his own business, so I'm sure he knows what he's talking about. He also told me something else. You know how we always talk about how Americans must all be rich to be able to buy all those expensive things like cars and houses? Well, he said you don't have to be rich to be able to buy all those things.
How do they do it then?
They don't pay for everything all at once. Like you want to buy a truck, right? Well, you go to the bank, you borrow the money to buy it. And then every month you pay the bank back some of the money.
That's just credit. You can get credit at home, but who can afford to pay 50 and 60% interest?
No, this guy says the interest is a lot less here. He and his wife bought a house last year and they only pay 7%.
You can borrow money to buy a house?
Yes, and you can take a long time to pay it back, like 20 or 30 years sometimes. He also told me something else. The bank will pay you interest on the money that you have in your account. When he said that, I made up my mind and I opened an account.
Well, I think I still keep my money at home. I like to be able to put my hands on it whenever I feel like it. So you're not going to look for another job?
No, not happy about the insurance, but I feel a lot better about the bank account. Anyway, the bank is going to close, so I have to get there before they do. Hey, deposit, please.